Hey, I am Miss Marcie, and you are listening to Conversations with Miss Marcie podcast. Now, if you are looking for some watered down conversations, this might not be the podcast for you. I'm just saying. The reason I started to do this podcast is because, first of all, if anyone knows me knows that I'm a person that loves to talk, okay? So I figure, hell, it only makes sense that I would do a podcast. And on this podcast, you might hear me by myself, or I might have a guest, and we will discuss real life matters, society and culture, relationships, as well as current events. And let me just say, Happy New Year. I know we are well into the new year. They say you're supposed to stop saying Happy New Year after the first week or two, but who cares about rules, okay? So anyway, happy 2019 to everyone. So a lot of people are making New Year's resolutions and things like that, and I don't have anything against that. But I am not a New Year's resolution kind of gal. I more so feel like every day that I wake up is a new day to be a better version of myself. It's a new day. It's a new opportunity to be a better version of myself. Therefore, I don't put too much emphasis on the new year. Like I said, every day you can wake up and decide, you know what? I don't like this. I'm going to change that. Or I don't like this habit that I have. I'm going to work on that. Or I need to lose some weight. My ass is getting too fat. I'm going to work on that. So I just feel like it's an everyday process. It doesn't have to be a new year. And again, I'm not knocking anybody else who does this. I mean, some people just need that as their motivator, and that's fine. But I'm just saying it's not my motivator. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to see a new year. I feel blessed to see another year. But again, it's always a blessing to see another day. So that's where I stand with that. I'm not making any New Year's resolutions. I don't feel like, oh, new year, new me. I'm a new day, new me kind of girl. My 2018, I would say, was pretty calm. I enjoyed myself a lot. Especially in the summer, I did a lot of things that I enjoyed doing. And I will say that over the year of 2018, I came back to the reality of not expecting anything from people. Just have low expectations of people. And that was one of the biggest things that kept coming into play for me. I think sometimes we as people, we can put some people on a pedestal, not on purpose, but we just do because of maybe a certain level of respect we have for this person, or just admiration that we may have for a person, or just for whatever reasons, whether it be your family, whether it be close friends, whoever. I just feel like we have high expectations for people at times. And like I said, over the course of 2018, I came back to that reality that I'm not having high expectations for nobody. I'm going to keep my expectations low as hell. Now, because I say keep my expectations low, that does not mean I'm going to keep my standards low for myself. No. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to expect too much from people. And it's good if you know, if people do surprise me and do something above and beyond or whatever, or come through when I didn't think they would, or whatever the case, it is good. I say just be neutral. Keeping your expectations low. Don't expect too much out of these people. I'm telling you, you'll be disappointed every time, and you'll turn around mad as hell all the time and posting shitty ass messages on social media about how you cutting people off, you cutting this person off, you cutting that person off. That's one thing I don't get into either. I don't get into the social media rants and oh yeah, I'm cutting this person off, I'm cutting people. I don't need to do all that. Listen, if I don't want to fuck with you, I just won't. It's that simple. I don't have to make an announcement about it. And that's just how I feel about that. And that's another thing. I feel like people go into New Year's with this new cutoff list. Like, oh yeah, new year, new me. So I'm not taking this, I'm not taking that, and this and this and that. You know, and the thing is, it's like if every year you got to go through a list and cut people off, or maybe you should look at yourself and look at what it is you need to cut off about yourself. There was a young lady who posted that on Instagram, and I liked the message, and I reposted it. Actually, I cannot think of her name, but it was a really good message where she was saying basically like, if you always talking about cutting people off, people take pride in cutting people off too. People take pride in their cutoff game is strong and blah blah blah. And it's like, hell, if you always cutting people off, then what the hell are you looking at? Are you looking at yourself? Are you? Because everybody else can't always be the problem. Honey, you might want to start taking some self-evaluation. I'm just saying. There were also a lot of moments in pop culture that defined 2018, and I'll run through a few of those quickly. So we had Black Panther breaking record at the box office. Beyonce headlined Coachella. The royal wedding between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain committed suicide. And Drake had the In My Feelings dance challenge going on this past summer. Oh, and the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj situation where Cardi B threw a shoe at Nicki at the Harper's Bazaar Icons party during New York Fashion Week. The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, passed away. And the whole Me Too movement. And speaking of the Me Too movement, how about 2019 comes in with this whole R. Kelly situation? Oh my gosh. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about the R. Kelly situation. All I will say is Lifetime ran that documentary at least like 40 times a day. Every time I looked on that channel, it was on. Every time I looked in my TV guide, it was on. I said, damn, that had to be the most replayed documentary ever. A lot of the stuff in that documentary, I will say, we already knew, but there were details that we did not know. But again, I said I wasn't going to get into it because the whole situation is draining. I mean, it's like it's so much. There's so much that could be said about the situation, to where it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's just, like I said, it's just too much. So yeah, those were the defining moments of 2018, and we already know that 2019, one of the most defining moments will be this R. Kelly mess. But yeah, anyway, so that's all for right now. That's all I have for you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I want to say that I know that there are millions of podcasts out here, and you decided to listen to mine. So for that, I really do appreciate you. And keep in mind, I am just one woman with an opinion. It is never my intent to dismiss or offend anyone. So keep that in mind going forward as you continue to listen to my podcast. You'll learn more about me, and hopefully I'll learn more about my audience as well. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, peace. I'm out.